Now, let's continue with this advanced topic, multiple exchanges arbitrage. Earlier, we talked about the danger of relying on only two exchanges. In crypto, exchanges can collapse. We've seen this happen many times before. FTX, Celsius, BlockFi, and a lot of smaller platforms that simply disappeared overnight. When an exchange collapses, the funds inside that platform are usually frozen immediately. You may not get anything back. So here's the key point. If you only use two exchanges and one of them collapses, you instantly lose 50% of your capital because your entire arbitrage pair is split 50-50 across those two platforms. That's a huge risk. But if you spread your funds across 4 exchanges instead of 2, your exposure to each platform becomes much smaller. If one exchange collapses, you only lose 25% of your total capital. And because funding rate arbitrage normally gives you around 30% annual ROI, that loss can be covered by profits over time. In other words, diversification helps you survive the worst case scenario. This is why using more exchanges is not just a strategy to find more opportunities, it's a strategy to protect your capital. When you operate with 4 exchanges, you can create multiple small arbitrage pairs across different combinations. Each pair becomes independent. If one platform has issues, it only affects a small portion of your funds, and your overall strategy remains safe. So how do you find profitable opportunities when working with multiple exchanges? You use a tool called CoinGlass. CoinGlass shows real-time funding rates across all major exchanges. By checking it regularly, you can quickly see which exchange is paying the highest rate and which one is paying the lowest. When the funding spread is wide enough, that becomes your target pair. Here's the step-by-step process. First, look at CoinGlass and sort the funding rates from highest to lowest. Identify the exchanges with the biggest gap. That tells you where to open your long and where to open your short. Second, allocate your capital across 4 exchanges instead of 2. You don't need to put a large amount into each one. The point is to spread your risk. Third, open your positions using isolated margin, just like we discussed in the previous lesson. This ensures that if one pair gets liquidated, it will not affect the rest of your positions across the other exchanges. And finally, keep monitoring the spread. As long as the funding difference remains positive, your arbitrage pair continues to earn. If the spread collapses and the opportunity disappears, simply close the pair and look for another one. By diversifying across multiple exchanges, your risk becomes far more manageable. Instead of risking half of your portfolio on a single platform, your maximum loss becomes much smaller, and your long-term ROI can absorb and recover from unexpected events. This is the core idea behind multiple exchanges arbitrage: safer, more resilient, and much better for long-term stability.